What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe. It does help.
Now, in this video, we're going to take samples and warp them. Now, when I mean warp, make it fit any tempo, get the sample, make it correct, and then use it. So first, I'm going to go here to my sample pool. I hit that manila envelope there. Of course, I come to here. You know, this is my browser. I can get stuff. We got places. We got my pointer here. We got content, and we got expansions, right? If I come here and hit this button again, and now I can see my banks right here, of course. I can tap here, you know, get to any bank I want to get to. And of course, this is my sample pool, and this is the name of that very first track. So I've got a sample I want to use. I want to place it probably right over here, maybe. And so I want to use this sample right here. Yes, I want to use stop dead. So now I want to put it over here. So that's green, right? So once it's green, I can type this twice. Oops. And now you see it appears right there. It appears right here at my pad. Easy way to put them. You can also drag it. I can clear the pad here because clear. I can just drag that here too as well. Drag it over here. Okay, two ways in how you do that. Pretty simple. Next, what I want to do is edit this sample up. So I need to go there. I just going to go up here. It says edit sample. And now my sample appears right here. Now I want to get to the beginning of my sample. I already draw this little S line here. I can get this little line here, move it back up to here. We'll say that there if we want to. And easy way to do this, of course, once you get close enough, is to stretch it out, get in there, get my two fingers going on there. I'll pull over to here again and maybe get closer and close to where my start point might want to start from. Okay, I'll see that. And I'll also move increments here. Like, for example, I can move increments this way. That's the end. See the end moving right there? And so this is the second light. You'll see this is the second light right here under my Q link. I want to get the Q link number 1, though. And 1 is my start. So I grab start. You see that? My start moves around. And this is in increments of 1,000. Here is increments of hundreds. These are tenths, and these are single digit increments, right? I can move it by. So I would normally just hit the sample, see where it starts from. I might come to here. So now I want to start from. I'll go to here. I feel free to go to you right about here, or probably after that. And I'll hit this again. That sounds pretty good to me. So what I'm doing here, I'm using these pads. These pads represent several different ways I can trigger the sample. So the first one here, I can trigger from the beginning, right? Stop that. I can come to here, and it plays on and on, right? So I come to here. That's before it gets there. And stop. See that? So before it gets here, I can hit the beginning of the part I might want to keep or not, and judge that, of course. And then let me switch this back down again. Let's go here and just do this part like this. I can do my two fingers too as well. And go to here. That's great. And I'll hit this third pad. It stops. So it gets to the end. This is before the beginning. And this is the beginning. And this plays straight through. I come to here, tap this one, stops it. This is note on. I hit this, I trigger it. That's just one shot rather. Hit one shot here, it triggers the entire sample to play. Here, it's note on. So hear this? So the same features, but I have to hold the pad down. See? So the last pad, and this last pad here, that keeps playing the end. This one here, I gotta hold the pad down to get that to work that way. And that's an important feature that I like to use a lot. But if I'm playing a sample, I cut it off, I hit that pad to cut it off instantly, as you've seen. Now, another thing I want to explain here also is that this is set up in a way so that this, on top of here, these numbers you see here, I set up to be either samples or time or beats. And you come here to settings right here, and you'll see that here where it's time, and it's samples, and there's beats right there. I prefer to keep mine in beats while I'm still working with this thing right here. And now you've seen this whole ruler on top has changed right there. Okay, good. So now I want to zoom in again. I'm going to zoom back in here like this and zoom in more and more and more to get to the beginning. This is very important. when they're trying to warp your sample. You want to get the very beginning. So I come to here with my first one, say moving that's too much movement. I'm gonna go in increments, small increments. See? I can go intense maybe first to get the intense. And then I want to get close enough so I can be right up on this part, then I'm gonna zoom in more. But I want to make sure I get really everything I want to see right there. Perfect. And I want to make sure that when I see this sample, how it looks. Because I'm looking to make sure there's a little line that goes right here. There's one big line here to signify left and right, but there's a little line going through right here. I want to make sure that this white line crosses that black line in the middle, and that's where I want to be at. So I get no snap, no little noises or stuff like that going on. I'm going to here like this. It's a little bit right there. I'm either going to probably start there or start here, but I like to give it thought right about there. Okay, now I'll hit the pad again. I like that. It's not too bad. So that's pretty good for a start. Now I want to get my ending correct. So I'm going to go back in here and zoom into the end. And so I'm going to zoom just like this really quickly and get to here. Great. This is cool. So now what I want to do, I want to get this piece here. I'm going to get this ending point and move it to where I want. I think I should start right about there. That might be good enough for me. And I'll widen up some more. But I want to see what's going on at the end. So for me to do this, I'm going to go play to the end. Right? I don't want that pretty much. So it says, but I could go back to here again. Maybe that is it. And I'll go a little bit more to see if that is it. I'm going to go to here and I press this down. And I'll go back to here. So I not repeats that. So I'm going to go back to open it up. I know exactly where I want to go. So now I'm going to go here and I'm in the end. So I'm going to go back to the end and sort of move back the other direction. See a little bit more of that. And get right on it here. I want to zoom in, but first I'm going to do is just go here in small increments. Like this, I'm going to zoom in now. And I can see where I want to go. I'm moving small increments here in ones. I'll get right about there. So to check this out, it's very simple. I can hit this pad 16. This will give me continuous play. I'm going to bring my sample in like this. I'll drag it here. This is the size of sample I want. I'm going to hit this one. That sounds pretty good to me. Stop that totally. So next what I want to do here, I like that. I want to process my sample. Right here, my sample, I want to make sure this thing's going to be like loud as it can be. And there it is. I want to go to normalize. As you can see here, the icon indicates this is a little bit smaller and this is larger. Maximum level. The line here says 0 dB. That's maximum loudness. We're trying to make sure we have no noise in the track pretty much. And it gives us a great way to record something and play it back. I'm going to use it. It's going to be consistently level-wise. I'm going to press do it. And it processes that sample. That sample's there. Perfect. Next, I want to extract the sample out. I press process again. I'm going to extract that like a tooth. We're going to take this out of here. And just to extract this whole thing out of here, to be past it already should be. There it is, extract. A new sample. So a new sample appears. I want to give it a name. I got to name this. So I come to here. I got to give it a name. So I'm going to call this R&B keys here, right? And I'm going to go up, back up. Well, let's see, X right here. Space bar. I'm going to press loop. Let me go get the capital here. That's good. And I'll press do it. Good. And so now extract it, do it. And now cut it out. So now I want to find it. So here I am in my sample pool right there, right? And I'm going to go turn my data wheel. There it is right there. Next sample up. Perfect. And it's right. This is the entire sample again. So I've got the sample length, everything else that goes along with the sample. But I don't know the BPM. But the MPC is telling me something. That's what it is. Now, this is the reason why I end up using this beat here. She says beat there. I did that with the gearbox here. I go to here, go, okay, look, 1, 3, 4, right? So I know what I've got here. This should be the right tempo. We're hoping because the MPC software will see it. It says it's 84.14 for this tempo. And I got to prove that in order for me to make sure I can process the sample in terms of warping and get the way I want it to work. So what I do next, I'm gonna set it up inside of a sequence. So I got my sample here, and I want to make sure it's going to be on the same pad I had it before the other one was at, where the other one was at. So I'm going to go back in here. We're going to go back into menu, and I want to get to browser right there. Once I'm in the browser, I want to change that out. So I want to clear that pad first. Come to here. I'll press clear pad. It's gone. That's good. Now I get the one that's my loop. I drag it right there, and now that's there. Great. Now I want to go back to main mode. Here I'm in main mode. And I got my sample set up. It's right here. That's good enough for me. Stop that. So what I want to do next with this sample is I'd like to get it to loop. So for sure, what we saw before, we were in sample edit, was that it said 84.14 was a loop. Okay, good. Now I go back to main mode again, right here, and I set my tempo in main. As you'll see right here, close this out, I got it set for 84.14. It's very simple. You come here, you can tap that out, opens up like this, set your BPM up right here. It's pretty simple. Do it, it's been done. And so I also have metronome on to make sure my metronome is on here and make sure yours is on when you do this at home. Of course, I turn the counting off. I'll need to count in. I want to make sure the metronome is on, and I just want to make sure that it will play when in play mode. Close that out. And now I'm going to play the sample back. Also, I have to trigger it first of all, right? I go to arrange view, in arrange view here, and I'm going to go here where it says grid, and this is the grid right here. And you'll see here, as I go back here to magnify, go back to the magnifying glass clip right here is good. And I'll come up to here and I'll magnify into this one here. So my sample's at 12 and I put this here. For example, I can come with the eraser and erase it off of here, or I can come with the pencil tool and put it right there. That's the wrong spot. See that? Now I want to get rid of that. So I get my pencil tool, my eraser rather, right here. Now the pencil tool again, I want to get real close right there. And next, I just want to loop this thing up. So I want to press play start. Great. And that's the beauty of chopping it up perfectly. Once you do, and the MPC recognizes the tempo, you are more than halfway there. All we want to do right now is make that thing warp to any tempo. We're going to go back here and press main once again. I've got this thing that works, but I want to warp it. So I'm going to tap on this twice. I tapped on that twice, and this window opens up. And we can see this. And this is a pretty cool window because we can do everything. We can do anything right here. We got the end of the sample, of course. We have the tail of the sample right here. We have BPM sync. And we also have right here, you can see that says warp. I'm going to tap that. That says warp now. So now I'm warped. Okay, we're in warp. We're no 84.1. Okay, we're good. Now I'm going to go to here, back to main again. And now I'm going to pick a tempo. I'm going to pick a tempo like, let's just go to 100. Might be too fast for me. I'll go to like 95. 95 is good. I'll press do it. Oop, that's 100 is similar. That's 2 times. Let's have that again. There you go, 95. Let's press do it. And now I'll press play start. I'll do one. It's still in tempo. It's in time. It's in tempo. Perfect. This will work for any sample you do, but you gotta have it chopped up properly. And if the problem is that you'll have is that some sample or records might be moving too fast if you got it from a record. So you gotta make sure that you get the right section and it'll work. Let's turn the metronome off, get the feel. Perfect. And that's how you can warp the sample. It's kind of cool. Any questions, hit me up. Also, we do lessons, of course, at samplekings.com. You'll see there it says book lessons. You can book time. If you want to book the time, just pay for it in advance. And you can also call and see what's up. I'll see you in the next lesson.